Good evening and welcome to Varsity Live. My name is Olivia Prickett and I will be your pregame and postgame host for tonight's show covering high school football across the country. There has been a lot of action this week so far as college and high school sports have started to ramp up. We will be giving you the rundown on what to expect from high school teams throughout the country, thanks to our interns in Arizona, Alabama, Florida, Las Vegas, and Philadelphia. We will even be touching on some high school football college season previews in a few. Joining us tonight, we have reports from Sabir Abdushaheed, who will be providing us on a report from Philadelphia High School's football, and Travis Bradley, who will be giving us a rundown on what to expect from ASU Sun Devil football this season, along with so much more. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be right back after this short break.
This is Maya Hall with the Varsity Sports Show on Arizona High School Cheer. As football season starts, the real work begins. Most competitive team sports receive 3 months of games and matches to determine state qualification, as cheer gets a one-and-done performance to advance. The cheerleaders' job during football season is ultimately to cheer on their teams and reel in the crowd, but they also have their agenda to rep those skills in their routine. Arizona high school cheerleading teams have been and will continue to work for the Spirit Line State Champions hardware. Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum is predicted to host the AIA Championship on January 16th to 18th of 2025. Red Mountain High School humbly took the D1 gold last season, and it would be nice to see them as back-to-back champions in 2025. In the D2 division, Cactus Shadows is working diligently to redeem themselves of second place and win their 15th title this year. Santan Foothills in D3 is looking for redemption as well, while North Valley Christian is looking to keep their place at the top of D4. Keep working hard at practice and on the sideline. Good luck to all. This is Maya Hall with the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to Varsity Live's pregame show. Our first intern joining us tonight is Sabir Abdushaheed, joining us from Philadelphia to report on Philadelphia's high school football team, who is playing an away game tonight.
Good.
Hey, Sabir.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Can't complain. I'm so excited for this upcoming season. But again, my name is Sabir Shahid, and I'm reporting to you from Temple University on this great warm Friday. Tonight we have our 9-3 Philadelphia Tornadoes facing their new season against the Mississippi Forest Bearcats. I'm so excited today. It's gonna be so nice. We have a lot of great players to look forward to. Tornadoes. Burnside, as he last season had an 80-yard touchdown. We'll keep an eye on him for this game and this upcoming season in general. We also want to highlight Tornado will be they'll be playing away against Mississippi Forest Bearcats, and we can look at real quick how strong the O-line is for the Bearcats. We have our unstoppable force, Mr. Pace, who had 7 sacks last season, as well as Gregory Keaton, who had a total of 6 sacks. So the Tornadoes got a lot of work to do today. So we're very excited to see how it's going to happen.
Right, excited season coming this year for, that team, and a lot to look forward to. Thank you so much for the report, and we'll catch you in the postgame.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Next, our second intern joining us is Travis Bradley, who has a rundown on what we can expect from ASU Sun Devils football team this season. Hey, Travis, how's it going?
Hey, Olivia, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. Yes, so for Arizona State football, first and foremost, we got a big test this weekend. We got Wyoming coming to town. And that's going to be ultimately a little bit more difficult than usual for both teams. At game time, still expected to be just under 100 degrees. Both teams coming in with some new changes, but for Arizona State actually received almost 30, count them 30, all right, transfers from other schools, universities, looking for their spot on this field. Coach Kenny Dillingham, he's fighting off a 3-9 record from last season, all right? So everything's got to be an upside from here. He's brought in new players. He's brought in new coaches to highlight new wide receiver coach Hines Ward, former NFL legend, played for the Pittsburgh Steelers for years, coming in to hopefully revitalize some of this offense. What to expect really will most likely be you're going to see some new faces. You're going to see some new names on the field, which makes college football exciting and makes it fun. Given some of these new young recruits and some of these new transfers an opportunity like Sam Leavitt. Sam Leavitt will be starting at quarterback to begin the season, one of these new transfers, replacing Jaden Rashada, who ultimately transferred to Georgia after the following last season. So a lot of things in the mix, a lot of new changes this year, and we'll be looking forward to seeing some new players on the field.
Yeah, of course, hopefully that'll give the Sun Devils some motivation to make it far this season and, just be excited for what the season's to bring. Thank you so much for your report.
Thanks, Olivia.
All right, another one of our interns joining us from Tucson, Arizona is Lindsay Policar, who will be reporting on the Marana versus Sal Puente Catholic catch-up at Marana High School, set to start at 7 p.m. We'll bring in Lindsay right now. Okay, looks like we're having some technical difficulties with bringing Lindsay on the live stream, but a lot to expect from the Marana versus Sal Puente Catholic High School matchup, so hopefully we'll be able to hear about that matchup in the post-game show. We'll be right back after this short break.
This is Saleh Awad from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. With high school football officially upon us, Flagstaff's own Coconino Panthers' varsity team looks to make a deep playoff run in the 4A this season. Their year kicks off this week, and the Panthers will attempt to capitalize on a successful 2023 season. The team finished last season with a 7-4 record before being eliminated 23-20 by Arcadia in the 4A playoffs. Despite having a 2-4 away record last season, the Panthers went undefeated on their home field and will look to keep that momentum into this season. Coconino's lead rusher last season, Bridger French, graduated after a groundbreaking year where he finished with 1,673 rushing yards and 26 rushing touchdowns in just 11 games played. While French's departure will be a significant loss for the team, senior Fernando Ramirez will look to fill that spot and keep Coconino's dominant rushing attack intact. Panthers head coach Gary Cook, who has almost 30 years of coaching experience both in Arizona and in Michigan, will attempt to get this program a 4A championship this season. The Varsity Sports Show, this is Saleh Awad reporting.
Olivia Prickett with Varsity Sports with a season preview on high school flag football in Arizona. From traditional powder puff matches to recognizing girls flag football as a high school sport in 2013, Arizona possesses more than 100 flag football teams throughout the state. 3 teams to keep an eye on this season are the Xavier Prep Gators, the Mountain View Toros, and the Castile Colts. Starting with the Xavier Prep Gators, who had a young roster last season, went 8-4 and finished 2nd in 6A East Valley and 7th in 6A rankings overall. Although their run to win the state championship was cut short when they lost just short of 1 point to Red Mountain, the squad is going to come back eager to finish where they left off and continue their success throughout the season. The Gators play the Hamilton Huskies on September 17th at 7 p.m. at home. The Mountain View Toros had a successful season last year, ranking 2nd in 6A Fiesta and 9th in 6A overall. With an overall record of 9-3, the Toros were led to compete in the state championship, where they held their own throughout and won the title on home ground against Mountain Ridge. Coming off of a championship win will fuel the Toros and motivate them to make it far again this season, starting with their first away game against the Eastmark Firebirds at 6 p.m. on September 17th. Lastly, the Castile Colts didn't exactly get the outcome they were hoping for, going 2-10 overall and ranking 18th in 6A. As the 2024 season is set to start in less than a month, the Colts have their eyes set on a successful run, looking to beat big competitors in their league, the Chandler Wolves and the Hamilton Huskies. It all starts with their first home game match of the season against the Gilbert Tigers on September 17th at 6 p.m. With competition right around the corner, each team still has plenty of time to prepare for what the 2024 season brings. With Varsity Sports, I'm Olivia Prickett. Welcome back to Varsity Live. Joining us next is Cooper Holman with a season preview on what to expect from the Mountain Toros this season. Here's what we can expect from the Toros this season.
This is Cooper Holman from Varsity Sports, bringing you a game preview between the Mountain View Toros and the El Camino Wildcats. The AMD Linton era kicks off Friday night as the Mountain View Toros travel to Oceanside, California, with a matchup with the El Camino Wildcats. This past offseason, Mountain View hired Linton, the former Horizon head coach, after Joe Germain decided to head down south to the American Leadership Academy. Last year, the Toros finished with a record of 8-3, scoring 28 or more points in every win. Ultimately, the Toros season ended after being eliminated in the first round of the state playoffs by Red Mountain. At Horizon, Lynn had a very successful tenure, winning the 5A state championship in 2021 and collecting a 21-10 record over his last 3 seasons. Lynn comes into a program that was left in good standing with 10 returning seniors, including quarterback Brady Goodman and linebacker Beckham Barney. These are 2 players Coach Lynn is hoping to build around this season. In a recent interview with AZ Central, the head coach was beaming about his quarterback, saying he's been fun to work with, has a great arm, and is a very deceptive athlete who knows where to run. With his 4.0 GPA, let's hope that Brady Goodman can hit his receivers as well as he hits the books. As for Beckham Barney, the former safety turned linebacker has sideline to sideline speed and a nose for the football. Beckham's instincts make it easy for Coach Lynn to play him inside or outside and display his versatility all over the field. Look out for Barney flying around the field on Friday nights. As for their opponents, the El Camino Wildcats, they also had a successful season last year as they posted a 7-5 record, secured a first-round bye in the CIF San Diego playoffs, and won a playoff game. Even though last season was a major success for the El Camino Wildcats, they struggled to score the ball in the last few games of the year, scoring 19 or less points in 3 of their last 4. Their season ultimately ended in a tight 5-point loss in the semifinal, losing to the Mission Hill Grizzlies. So far this season, the Wildcats are 1-0, with their sole game being a 49-10 domination over the Helix Highlanders. It was a complete performance from the team, as the defense was able to intercept 3 passes, and senior running back Leo Bell had 136 yards from scrimmage and 4 trips to the end zone. Based on the result in El Camino's win last week, controlling the line of scrimmage and limiting turnovers will be the key to this week's matchup. If the Toros can contain Leon Bell and the high-powered running offense of El Camino, they should have a good chance to walk away with the W in their season opener. This has been Cooper Holman for Varsity Sports, giving you a game preview of the Mountain View Toros versus the El Camino Wildcats. It's going to be a great one. Let's have a great weekend.
You heard it here. Let's have a great weekend for the Mountain View Toros. Thanks for the fun and entertaining preview, Cooper. Next, we have Tomasa Perez joining us with the high school preview on Borgade Catholic High School's football season against their matchup against the Fountain Hills High School.
Hello, this is Tomasa Perez from Arizona State University reporting for Varsity Sports Show. Ready or not, Brigade is ready to take the field against Fountain Hills. As an interim head coach, Coach Chris Cronkett introduced Eli Salas, freshman quarterback, to improve the offense in passing over 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns in the last 5 challenging games last season, causing an end of 0-10. This season, new head coach Chris Cronkett was determined to rebuild the program. Coach Cronkett mentions that there are 40 players, including 10 freshmen and a new defensive coordinator, Dornell Chavez. Unfortunately, sophomore Eli Salas, starting quarterback, has recently injured his shoulder. Sophomore Jeremiah Suter will step in as the new starter quarterback. This team has the motivation to keep moving past last year's struggles and ready to build a new successful future. Thank you. I will see you on Friday. This is Tomasa Perez reporting with Varsity Sports Show.
Thanks for the preview, Tomasa. Next, we have another one of our talented interns, Adrian Carmona, joining us on the show tonight from Florida with a report on IMG, American Heritage, and Chaminade football. Let's see what he has to say about tonight's matchups.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adrian Carmona from the University of Florida, and here's the pregame report for Florida football this weekend. Number 10, IMG Academy bounced back in a big way Thursday night after a stunning loss to Corner Canyon as they defeated number 17 Virgin Catholic from New Jersey 27-14. After IMG went up 7-0 at half, the Crusaders tied the game after a 90-yard touchdown from wide receiver and Ohio State recruit Quincy Porter. But IMG cruised the rest of the way, outscoring the Crusaders 20-7 for the rest of the game. IMG's quarterback and four-star recruit Ty Hawkins dominated the game as he scored 4 total touchdowns. IMG avoided their first 0-2 start in program history. Now, some of the games this week are very important as some of these highly ranked teams in Florida are looking for their first win of the season and to avoid going down 0-2. Number 11, Chaminade Madonna, was snapped of their 14-game win streak last week after being defeated by number 3, St. John Bosco from California, 34-27. The Lions will look to bounce back from that week 1 loss tonight against Blanche Ely from Pompano Beach. The two teams last faced off against each other back in 2018, in which the Lions defeated Blanche Ely 38-0. However, Chaminade Madonna will be on the road this time, so we'll see how that field change holds up. Chaminade is going to look for another big performance from quarterback Tyler Chance and receiver Jason Lopez. Number 20, American Heritage, will also look to bounce back from their week 1 loss. They fell to number 4, Milton from Georgia, 38-27 last week. The Patriots will face off against the Western Wildcats in their home opener tonight. Western is also coming off of a week 1 loss, so both teams have plenty of motivation to get their first W of the season. Number 13, Cocoa, is currently riding a 13-game win streak dating back to last season. Week 1, they defeated Titusville in dominating fashion 42-10 to open their season. Tonight, they'll hit the road for their game against Mainland. Cocoa is 3-0 against them in recent years, as they will look to keep that win streak going. Quarterback Brady Hart will look to build off a great week 1 performance, in which he threw for 270 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also completing a very impressive 83.3% of his passes. That's all for my pregame report. I will see you after the game. From Varsity Sports Show, I'm Adrian Carmona.
Thank you, Adrian, and hopefully the Chaminade and American Heritage have a successful season this year. We will be right back after the short break to end the pregame show.
Hey, what's good, Varsity Sports Show? My name is Quentin Presley, and I'll be a senior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism. In fall 2024, I'll be joining the broadcast and production team, and I am very excited to be bringing coverage about high school and college sports week in and week out.
Hi guys, my name is Madison and I'm interning at Varsity Sports Show this fall semester. I'll be playing a role in photo and social media this year. I've always had a passion for sports and was a soccer player until I switched roles to become a professional swimmer. Now, with that being said, I hope to capture that type of energy that I experienced in my years of swimming. Thank you, guys.
We have a lot of exciting action this weekend, and we will be back for the post-game show at 10 p.m. tonight. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Olivia Prickett with Varsity Sports on the Varsity Sports Show live.